upon really stopping the run and not giving up big plays in the passing game. They haven't done that today. They haven't given up the long ball. They want to keep everything in front of them. Berline right now will take what they give them.
2nd and 6 from the 36. Berline up high, but caught by Muhammad. And Muhsin Muhammad gets it to the 45. Now they're about 6 yards out of field goal range for Casey.
Berline will kill this right here. He called the timeout instead.
So Carolina burns its final timeout.
And right now, they're about 7 or 8 yards away from John Casey's field goal territory, Kurt. And he's going to be kicking in. If he does kick, he'll be kicking into a pretty decent breeze that will be in his face. Steve Berline, 8 of 10 here for 62 yards in the fourth quarter.
John Casey's a guy who knows something about pressure in his career. He's kicked 5 game-winning field goals. This one obviously would be to tie it. But he's a guy who has done it before and knows how to handle the pressure of a big-time kick at the end of a game.
Here's Berline here. You know, he hadn't played yet this year until last week's start in Dallas, where he was excellent, completing his first 12 in a row, 18 of his first 19, 3 touchdown passes in Texas Stadium. Former home of him when he was with Dallas in 1990-91. But look at him work the huddle. Look at him talking with confidence. Looking right in the eyes of those offensive linemen right here. Looking at the calling out 56 Nickerson right there.
Mark Carrier in motion. Berline. Got it complete to Muhammad. Muhammad's down inside the 35, and you would assume that's field goal range for John Casey.
Berline yelling to kill the ball right here. And it just got kicked, which is going to take more time off the clock.
Berline spikes it. 10 seconds to go in the ball game.
Excellent job by Steve Berline. Now the decision is, do you bring Casey on and let him kick it from probably 52 or 53, or do you take one more shot at the sideline?
Casey's coming onto the field. Right now it would be about a 51-yard field goal attempt. We mentioned Casey's longest of the season, also the longest of his career, 56 yards. And there's a strong breeze coming into his face here in Tampa.
That's the wind right there, guys. He's kicking right into that breeze.
Tampa Bay calls a timeout here. Trying to ice the kicker, but I don't know if you can ice a guy like John Casey.
Nah, you know, John Casey's been around now. Yeah, he's a veteran player. And he lives for moments like this, and he knows right now, and Dom Capers knows, if they're going to turn this thing around, they need this kick. They can't go another week without a win. They've played too hard. They've played too well 2 weeks in a row not to have some kind of success, Coach.
And John Casey's had a good afternoon, a 53-yarder on his first attempt, also a 20-yarder. This one officially would be 52 yards.
You know, John Casey, 8th year out of Georgia, he kicked in Seattle for a long time inside a dome. And kickers never get challenged when they kick in a dome. You get challenged and you make a name when you can kick in to win like that, Kurt. You know, to get this game into overtime. Already with one from 53 today.
This is going to be from 52 yards out. John Casey to tie the game with 10 seconds left. Movement.
Uh-oh.
And Rondé Barber came. Luther Broughton moved on the Carolina line.
2 players moved for Tampa Bay, and then Luther Broughton jumped. The defense can jump as long as they get back, and as long as they weren't trying to draw.
And that's going to be against Tampa Bay, apparently.
Neutral zone infraction on the defense. In the neutral zone that caused the offensive false start. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Now that's a big penalty because it shortens its field goal up into the wind from 52 yards to a 47-yard attempt.
You know, Wesley Wall said that his team needed a lobotomy last week because they played stupid football. Well, you know, that was a lobotomy effort right there on Tampa Bay's defense, moving Casey 5 yards closer.
The snap's good. But the field goal isn't. John Casey misses the 47-yard attempt. 5 seconds to go. Tampa Bay with a 3-point lead. They get the ball. All they got to do is kneel, and another heartbreaking defeat for Carolina.
Well, Tampa Bay helped them out. They got him 5 yards closer in Casey range. and he feels terrible. Because this is how 5 of the 6 losses have ended this year at the very last second. And a team that is fighting and scratching and clawing and overcoming adversity and obstacles are trying to get it done on the field, and they can't make that one play to get it. Brian Stoltenberg, the snapper, Ken Walter, the holder. He's hooking it right. And that's how close some of their defeats have been this year, Kurt. Inches away from the goalpost.
Trent Dilfer kneels down, and that's going to be the ball game. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get to 500 on the season. They are 3-0 here at Raymond James Stadium with a 16-13 win over the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers have yet to win this season. They are 0-6. So for Brian Baldinger, I'm Kurt Menefee saying so long from Raymond James Stadium. The final score is 16-13. Next is the Burger King game break. JB, Terry, Howie, and Chris will get you up to date on all the NFL action, the scores and highlights from around the league. And our Fox Sports ticker will have up-to-the-second stats. That's all next on the Burger King game break. You've been watching Fox Sports' coverage of the Nats.
You can bring your own cheering.
Wide left. Welcome back to NFL Sunday Ticket Studios. Your games of final 16-13 Tampa Bay over Carolina. But here's the scoreboard for all the early games, including those still in progress. Minnesota, a big leader over Washington, 34-7. The Giants, also a big leader, 34-7 in the fourth. Jacksonville, 16-10 in the fourth. 44-14 Tennessee over Cincy. Check them out. We'll see you later on NFL Sunday Ticket.
You want football? Well, we've got football.